Ah, there you go. Can you hear me now? There you go. Can you hear me? That's gotta be better. Sorry about that. How's that? Is that better? Better? Alright. That should be better. I'll just assume it's better. Okay. Morning, guys. Good morning. It must be really early for you guys. Well, depending on where you are. What time is it where you guys are? Hold on here, guys. Let me just put another card in. I should have got this fixed before I started the stream. But... Ooh, I didn't transfer this over yet. This footage. Just make sure that I have a card that I have the footage in already. 11:54 in the morning. Where are you, Cacti? Where are you? Oh, in Norway. Awesome. That's great. Oh, no. Oh, I forgot to transfer over the files. That's okay. What I will do is I will use the other. Is this the one from the stream? Hold on. Just have to fix my files with the good camera here. Guys, I apologize. Just give me a second here. Okay, lots of space on this card here. I just changed the battery. So it's around 6:55 in the morning Eastern time. And if any of you were in my later live stream last night, I said I would have been back around 8:30, about an hour and a half after I finished the live stream. But then my in-laws were here, and then we got to talking about stuff. It turned out to be 10 o'clock, and I'm like, okay, maybe I'll wake up early and work. And then, like always, you always run the risk when you try to wake up early, the alarm doesn't go off, or you sleep through the alarm, and that's what happened to me. I slept through the alarm. I woke up late. Oh, early bird, Art of Freak Monkeys. Early bird, 6 o'clock. Don't worry, I'm an early guy too. Early, like being early. Okay, let me just start the transfer of footage over, and then we'll get started here. I'm gonna draw some more snow speeders in here, and yeah, and then I'm gonna work on finishing this, trying to get all of this done. Oh wait, I need to upload my vlog today. Let me just save this out. File, save. So I'm not sure exactly how long I'll be going today. Yeah, I'm not sure exactly how long I'll be going today. I did promise my kids I'd bring them to the mall today. Or out for lunch and then to the mall. I did promise that, so I will probably do that today. But we'll see here. So, sorry guys, I'm just uploading to YouTube. Just going to be uploading to YouTube. I'll do that in Chrome. Let's do that in Chrome. So hopefully it won't disrupt the stream while I'll do that. But how are you guys doing this morning? What are you guys up to right now? Just hanging out? You guys hanging out? You drawing? I call this like my drawing sessions, you know? Because every time I stream, it looks like everybody's drawing at the same time, which I think is fantastic, really. So if you guys are drawing at the same time, it's like these streams are like drawing sessions, right? So I encourage you guys, if you're not doing anything right now, just watching, I encourage you to pick up a pencil, pen, and just start drawing, doodling with me, you know? But first things first, let me get today's vlog up here. I'm just putting the vlog up. So, March 17. Throw that in. Okay, let that upload. All right. And then I need to wait for it to upload so I can pick a thumbnail. I just want to make sure the thumbnail's in focus. Usually I don't care at that moment, but I at least want the thumbnail to be in focus, right? So, so I'm just gonna start the transfer of the other files anyway, and then we will get going here. So just give me one more minute here, guys. So I apologize. I should have done this before I started the stream, but I did not. But if you check out my vlog today, what's it called? It was a pretty dry blog because I was live streaming all day yesterday, but then I realized this morning there was a problem with the footage I actually shot yesterday, and I explained that in my vlog, so you could go check that out if you get the chance. Okay, hold on, let me see. Mural. Oh, I just wanted to check the footage. Just transferring the footage over from yesterday. Get that going, and then we can get started here. So just give me 2 minutes here, guys. 2 minutes, and then we will start. Okay, here we go. A, Control C, Control V. Oh, shortcuts. All right. Why is it missing 10? Oh, that's weird. Let's start with that one. Okay. Anyway, it doesn't matter. As long as it all goes in. Okay, I'll let that go, and then let's get going. Let's get going. Here. My guns in New York. Good morning. Good morning. Hey, my guns. Is it still? How's the snowing going in there? How's it? How's the snow in there? There you go. All right, let's get started here. Gotta keep my eyes on the chat and make sure the spammers are not ruining it for the rest of us. Okay, so I'm getting going on the rest of this. Okay, so I'm just gonna put the chat on my phone here, and just so I don't have to keep looking up. Well, I'm gonna have to keep looking up anyway because I have to look up anyway because I have to look at my reference for the snow speeder. So, hello Oliver, how you doing? How you? Riddy King, welcome back. Riddy Kung, welcome back. Let's see here. Shea, how you doing? And my guns, I just said hi to you. Art Freak Monday, Cacti. Kenshin, how you doing? Scott B, welcome. Riddy Kung's drawing, awesome. Have you stayed up since my last stream, buddy? Okay, here's my snow speeder. Okay, I'm gonna draw the snow speeder in here. Hopefully, I would like to get some snow troopers going here. Though I'm interested, maybe I should draw them bigger than that, because I would like to have them running here. Okay, let me just move the camera over a tiny bit, as well as my light. Oh, let me also one more thing I should do before I actually get started. I hired an editor for my. Oh, good, you slept, Riddy King. Good for you. Good for you. Oliver's from Germany. Awesome. CVP Anime. Hi, how you doing? I got an editor for my Star Wars stories. So what he's going to do is take my vlogs and then try to edit them down to like 4 or 5 minutes. And then that helps me a lot. I don't have to do that because editing the vlog, editing the Star Wars story, those take me like 4 hours or so, 5 hours. So let me see here. What I have to do? Open project, recent. 13th? Let's go March 13th. So, hi James. That's funny. So, okay, it looks like I did do that one. Sorry guys. I know you're like, where is it, James? When'd you start drawing? Just give me a second here, my friends. Give me a second. Just need to get these renders going because my friend needs the footage. Okay, he's got the 13th. Does he have the 14th? Oh no, does he have the 13th? No, he doesn't have the 13th. Okay. I have to render these out for him because I don't want him to. March 13th. That way, it's this whole process saves me 5-6 hours of editing, and he's a pretty good editor himself. So, okay, let's get going, guys. You've been waiting too long. I always get you online, and then it takes me a while to actually get started here. What time is it? 7:05. So let me just get my main camera going here. Okay, so I found my blue pencil for you guys. Or this might be another blue pencil. For you guys who were watching yesterday. I couldn't find it, so I was just doing everything straight to ink. Oh, it's choppy because I'm rendering. Okay. Okay, sorry about that, guys. It was choppy because I started rendering. So, okay, I'll hold off on the rendering. I'll hold off on it for now. Let's cancel that. I'll cancel this. Hopefully that's better. Let's see if it's better. Because my computer was working hard. That's why. Let me turn this off. There you go. That's better. That's better. I apologize for that, guys. I forgot when I'm rendering on my computer, the stream really slows down. Is this speeder too low? I feel it might be too low, right? It feels like it's too close to these guys. Yeah, it might be too close to those guys. Ah, maybe I'll make it small. Maybe make it small. Okay, I'm gonna make it smaller. I was gonna make this bigger, but then I realized it doesn't make sense that it's this, because I want this to feel like one giant scene. So it doesn't make sense that the speeder would be that close to these guys. So, you know, I'm gonna make it a lot smaller. You guys have any questions or anything like that? If you do, now's a great time to ask. If you have any questions for me. just have like an explosion here. Then I'm gonna have like little. I'm not sure if you can see that. Maybe I'll just throw another speeder in here like this. And then I'll have like a lot of little guys here going like that. Let's see here. Oh, from New Zealand. Awesome, Jenna. Welcome. Welcome. James is going to draw a Logan while watching. That's great. Fantastic. 7:08 where Trex is. That's probably my, yeah, that's my time too. So I think we're all both on the East Coast, looks like. 12:07 for Jenna. In the morning or the evening? Sketching tips itself. Well, it depends on what your goal is, right? If you're just sketching, you know, sketching for fun, just make sure all your proportions are right, or use, you know, don't forget your guidelines and all that kind of stuff. I don't know if I have actual advice for sketching. Okay, here's some advice. Do it a lot. And, okay, I'm just gonna erase. If I can find my eraser, I can't find anything this morning. You know what I'm gonna put here? I'm gonna put an ATST. How about that? Let's put an ATST here. ATST here walking. And then we'll have all these snow troopers. Rudy Kung, I like to keep my kids information on my kids. You know, not that you guys are gonna come and kidnap them or anything. I don't think so, but just in case, I would like to keep all that information. They're young. Let's just say that they're young. I hope so. Hi, Mars. How you doing? 11:10 in London. Awesome. Cool. Let's see. What is the name of the pencil I use? This is a Color Pilot EnoLed. Color Pilot EnoLed. This is a light blue, but they have all different sorts of colors. All my students use they use anything from red to purple. I do have a red one that I use for challenges, but for the most part, this is what I personally use. I'm gonna grab my other pen. So, oh, thank you, Jenna. I appreciate that. I thank you for sticking around after seeing the 10-minute, 1-minute, 10-second challenge. And that was extremely fun to do. And Mark Crilly, he messaged me, told me he really liked it, so that was awesome. So, thank you for that. How did you find that? Were you did you see it on Reddit? It's one of my few only videos that made it to Reddit. So, I'm actually going to go straight to inks now. Let's get some of this work done here. Go straight to ink here. Jazza sent you there. Welcome, Brent, from Jazza. Awesome. Awesome. You're welcome, George. You're welcome. 11:10 in Ireland. That's awesome. I'd love to go to Ireland one of these days. As you guys know, as a lot of you know, my former job was matte painting in film. So, and they did a lot of shoots in London, or in Ireland. Sorry, apologize. So there were a lot of mountains from Ireland I had to paint before. Where did they film in Ireland? I think they filmed a lot of the shots for the show Rain. I worked on the show Rain for the CW. A lot of the landscapes they filmed in Ireland, and there were a lot of things I had to paint and touch up for that particular show. So I'd love to go to Ireland one of these days. It's always interesting when I see, because they provide us photos of Ireland to use. And it's always nice to see the city that you were painting. This summer I got, as you guys know, some of you know, I got the chance to go to Shanghai for the first time. And then there was, because I worked on Crouching Tiger, Hidden Dragon, The Green Legend. Or was it... No, I'm thinking of Marco Polo. If you guys have seen Marco Polo. And there was this one building I kept painting in Marco Polo. Marco Polo or Crouching Tiger? One or the other. Might have been even both. And then when I went to Shanghai, I actually got to see the actual building in real life. And I'm like, wow, this is... I thought that was completely cool. Actually seeing what you actually paint, I thought that was pretty cool. Seeing that, so... Thank you, Jenna. Really do appreciate that. Thank you very much. Yeah. Oh, sorry, Jorge. Sorry. I apologize. I should have known too. I should have known. That's my bad. I apologize, Jorge. But thank you for clearing that up for me. Thank you, Jorge. Also, because I have a buddy named George, spelled the same way. But I apologize. I should have known. Jorge. What are you from the States, Jorge, or are you from somewhere else? And then, let's see here. I'm just looking at here. Nathan's oh hey, how you doing, buddy? Hi Nathan, how you doing? Welcome back, buddy. He's asking me what for the story that he's working on, if he should concentrate on the story or do the drawings and then story. In all honesty, buddy, as frustrating as it is, you better work on the story. You better work on the story first, or at least know the direction that you're going in. Because what you come up with the story drastically affects what you do with your artwork itself. It's really hard to go the other way around. Or me personally, I'm finding it. Maybe it works well for you, but I personally finding it if you don't lay out the story first, like even when it comes to even things like character design, all that stuff. If you don't have your story laid out already, it could drastically change everything that you've designed, right? And then you might come up with a cool idea later on, and then realize, oh, maybe the design would be better if it went this way instead. So, as you know, like, especially as artists, and if you're not a writer, you're more an artist than a writer, like myself. Sometimes that's the frustrating part for sure. But you'll do yourself a favor if you just, do that grunt work first, get the story done, and then work on the artwork. Or find a partner who's a writer who could help you out with that, you know what I mean? But of course, that's always hard too. Trying to find a partner that you trust for all of this stuff. Am I focused? Let me just check if I'm focused here, guys. I think I'm focused. So, okay. Browsing YouTube like a boss. Good on you, Jenna. Oh boy. Disturbed Cup says, who's your favorite comic book artist? As of right now, guys I like right now. Oh, who's that guy? Oh, I love this guy. Forgot his name. I like him that much, I forgot his name. Currently, and now this is different than those that influence my style. As you guys know, the guys who influence my style today. The guys I like today. I like Jason Fabok. I love his stuff. mainly because it's very similar to some of the stuff I'm doing. We're both very David Finch influenced. Well, he actually, was trained by David Finch, right? So, who's that guy? Oh, that's gonna bug me. I was about to say Tyler Kirkham. No, it's not him. It's he did Justice League. He did Top Cow. Oh, I love his stuff. What's his name again? Totally forgot. I'm gonna have to look it up because that's bugging me. That's gonna bug me. Steve McNiven. I've always loved his stuff. Steve McNiven. Who else? And I'm just talking today. Of course, Greg Capullo. Love his stuff. Who is that guy? I forgot. That's gonna bug me. But anyway, it'll come to me later. I don't have time to do it. Right. Let's see here. Who's your favorite Star Wars character or superhero villain? Gotta go with Palpatine. I think he's got to be my favorite by far. Palpatine. He's the constant. Even in the prequels, he's the constant. Out of all of it. So I know that's not it's not one of those obscure characters, but it's got to be Palpatine. Whoops, I got the perspective wrong there. Oh. That's the thing when you're freehanding lines, guys. It's and again, I'm not too worried about these particular parts looking that great because it's so small. It's gonna be so small in my actual drawing itself that I could probably get away with things. Let's see. George is saying, why am I up so late? No, I just woke up, buddy. It's early. It's early morning. And so I didn't wake up early enough. I told you guys that I slept through my alarm. Ooh. Let me just check one thing here, guys. I just need to publish my vlog for today. Just trying to pick which thumbnail I like. You tell with these vlogs, it's not like I don't care, but I'm not putting that much effort into it. It's just me spewing my thoughts for the day. So before I was really trying to go, when I first started doing the vlogging, I was really trying to go Casey Neistat-ish, but I don't have time to go follow Casey Neistat on it. I'm sure if that's all I was doing, vlogging, and that's it, then, then that's not fair too. Casey Neistat was running Beam at the same time he was doing those daily vlogs, right? So that's not an excuse. That's not an excuse. He found time for it. But at the same time, I have other fish to fry right now. We're at the home stretch, guys. Like one more month. Literally, one more month of this. That's it. I'm hoping, anyway. One more month of actual drawing, and then it's just colors after that, I'm hoping. So, go all in for the month. And it's just a month of your life, right? Just a month. Go all in. Do the sacrifices because it's just 1 month. And then back to reality. So, just some were asking about what I'm going to be doing after this. After everything's done. It all depends on, but my main focus will be working on my personal IP that I told you guys I'm planning on launching next year. And there are a couple projects that are actually intriguing me Uh, I think one might still be on the table that was actually offered to me last year that I might look into. I can't say anything more about that. And then, what's it called? Getting back to my YouTube channel. Getting back to daily content on my YouTube channel. Really focusing in on that. And giving you guys premium content, getting back to the tutorials. Oh boy, those tutorials. One thing I am hoping when I'm at in Alamo is, because I'll be honest with you guys, at Alamo, I'm not, if I make some money there, fantastic. If not, it's not a big deal. What I'm actually looking more forward to is doing interviews for my channel, doing artist interviews for my channel. That's what I actually. That's actually more interesting to me than actually, trying to sell commissions over there. I want to, a lot of my favorite, I believe a lot of my favorite artists are going to be there, so I want to, sit down with them, do 10-15 minute interviews with them to give you guys content. For any of you guys who are interested in getting into this crazy comic book business, who better learn from than those people who actually did it, right? So Jenna says I should do a collab with Jazza. If you haven't seen it already, Jenna, I've done 2 already with him. I've done 2 collabs with him already. And it's kind of weird. I don't want to ask Jazza now for a collab again, because I don't want him to feel like I'm just trying to mooch off his audience, you know what I mean? Like, we're buddies, but it's like, if I ask him now, it's like, because he's at 1.2 now, I kind of feel weird asking, because it looks like, I don't want him to feel like I'm just mooching his audience, It'd be like, if we collab, it's because he's the one who asked me. I don't want to ask him. Now, Mark Crilly, on the other hand, I would like to do that just for fun. Just for fun. I would love to collab with Mark Crilly. But if Jazz came up to me yesterday and said, I want to collab, or can you make a video? I want to take a little vacation. I want to make a video again. I'd love to, and I'd like to correct the mistakes. Because the last video I did, my stand-ups, my thing was out of focus. It was very unprofessional. And one of his followers actually put me in my place. He put me in my place. In terms of, he's like, dude, I would have subscribed to you, but it looked like you didn't put enough care into the video. He said you're ultra talented, but you didn't put enough care, and I have to agree. There was no reason why I couldn't have reshot that thing when I was out of focus. So he was absolutely right in that sense. I'm gonna turn down the volume. It looks like Mythbusters is having trouble hearing me, so let me just turn down the volume just a little bit. So we'll see. We'll see. Of course, I'd love to collab with my buddy again. We'll see. Oh boy. But I do plan on, after I launch my IP, I do plan on doing a tour, like a world tour. I'm gonna save up some money and see if I could hit all these different conventions around the world to kind of push my IP. And I do want to go to Australia, so I'm looking at cons there. And I promised. Me and Jazz, we're going to go karaoke. We promised each other we're going to go karaoke. And that we will film for you guys. Me and Jazz's karaoke session. He's an amazing singer, and I'm Filipino. So. Not the best ship in the world, but passable for what I need to do. Just do the ship up here. Mary Doodles. Mary Doodles. I love Mary Doodles too. I've never had any contact with her. Mary Doodles. No, no, you know, I miss the Dusters. I wouldn't feel bad about it if he wasn't right. Like if he was just spewing stuff, it was just like I don't like your face, that kind of thing. But no, he actually gave me honest criticism. He didn't do it in a bad way. But what he was saying made a lot of sense. So that's why I was totally cool with it. So and he's probably right. He because he told me I could have got a lot more subscribers if I made those little changes, right? And I actually tend to agree with him. So that's one thing, guys. You got to know when to also well, the difference between someone who's being a troll and someone who's actually trying to help. And I know for the most part, a lot of you guys, when you are telling me, when you're giving me advice, you want to help. I know that already, so that's why I'm totally cool with it. So it's different when you got guys. Huh? That the bottom was the top in the live chat. My first responder can hear. Oh, okay. Oh, no worries, buddy. No worries, buddy. Nathan? No, no, it wasn't Mark Silvestri. No, I've met Mark Silvestri. He's tall dude. Mark is tall. Because as you guys know, I did do some little bit of work for Top Cow. I worked on City of Heroes for them. Just one issue, and then I quit because I got a better job offer. But that was a mistake. I shouldn't have done that. Um, that I will explain when I get to that. When I get back to my throwback episodes, that's a story I would love to tell you guys because it would help you whenever you guys actually get into comics if you are looking to become a comic book artist. Uh, it's great to learn from the mistakes I made as well. That's why a lot of my throwback episodes, I made a lot of mistakes. I made a ton of mistakes when I was working in comic books, and I do want to share those with you guys because I don't want you guys making the same mistakes, and you guys could learn and hopefully have a better career than I did when I was working in comics. So, speeders. Let's do another speeder over here on this side. Here. Let's see here. Sound isn't great. Sorry, Mars. Can you guys hear me now? Let me know. Turn the audio down a little bit. Let me know. Oh, Nathan has the coffee. That's good. I would love a coffee, Nathan. Thanks, buddy. Actually, no. When I woke up this morning just to get a jump started, I have had a couple of caffeine pills, so that's equivalent to 2 cups of coffee. So I'm coffeeed out right now. So a little bit hyper, just a little bit, a little bit hyper. Be careful with them caffeine pills, guys. I was suggesting it to my students, caffeine pills, and then my co-teacher, he's like, "What are you talking about?" I'm like, nothing. It's like I'm pushing something. But the reason I take caffeine pills is just because it's a quicker jolt than the coffee. Though I do actually like the act of drinking coffee. Um, when I just need the jolt just to get the cobwebs out and get working, that's when I'll take a caffeine pill here too. But you gotta be really careful with that, guys. Don't go beyond 2. Don't go beyond 2. Unless you can handle it, but if you can handle it, something's wrong with you. Something there's already problems if you can handle 2 caffeine pills. Or 3. Even 2. If you can handle 2. Yeah. Let's see here. Oh, but sorry, Ridicon. Didn't I answer that already, Ridicon? Maybe it bounced out. It's gonna be Palpatine. That's my favorite. That's my favorite. Um, Dem Bananas. Dem Bananas. That's a great name. Says, "Hey man, are you self-taught or did you go to art school?" I did go to arts. I did go to college. I took technical illustration, back in long time ago, way before a lot of you were born. Maybe perhaps. Um, this was like I graduated in 2000, technical illustration, and then I went to comic books for 6 years. 6 years I went full time into comic books, and then I went back to school. I took computer animation in 2006, and then I worked in film. Pretty much ever since worked in film until last year June when I quit my job to do this crazy stuff. So yeah, let's see here. Jorge's dream is to make a TV show criticizing other people's art. They call me the Hispanic Gordon Ramsay. There you go, man. That will be fun. I'd love to see it, man. Love to see it. Except if you talk about my art. Back up. Just joking, brother. Just joking. But that is one thing about working in the industry this long. I'm, what's it called? I am immune to criticism right now. Or I take it differently. If I first see if they have a point. If they have a point. Do they have a point in what they're saying about my work? And if so, fantastic. If they don't have a reason for not liking my work, that's fine too. So I'm immune to criticism right now. So what's the trick to Mythbuster says, what's the trick to drawing and inking things that are small or little details on Snow Eaters or Millennium Falcon without doing too much black? It's a real give and take, really. The number one thing is depends on your style. It really depends on your style. You pick and choose your spots. Just the more detail would be where the light is. Wherever you have most lighting, or whether there would be like what you would call the more shadow areas, put more detail in those areas. So understand where your lights are. You need to understand where your lights are before you go proceed with it. So it's one of those type of deals, and honestly, it's a lot of trial and error too. What works better for you? So okay, for the most part, let's keep the ships like that. Take care, Nick. Thanks for stopping by. Darmondi wants to buy my 5-minute artwork. You know, I might sell them. Look out for that. I've been meaning to put up an artwork website to sell my art. I've had art dealers who wanted to sell my art for me, but I think my wife could do it better. My wife's a pretty good salesperson. So let's see here. Nathan says, could I suggest a challenge to do on live streaming? Use pens, but use mid-tone paper. That'd be fun. Like to explore art, mediums that I haven't used before. Once all this is done, I am definitely going to do what's called the 3 marker challenge. And what's going to happen is I got to choose the 3 markers. Then I'm actually going to go to the store and buy those 3 markers. And then actually try to experience that for the first time. So for sure it won't be anything great because I've never used Copic markers before. I've used Tria markers back in the day. That was the big thing back in the day when I was in college. Tria markers. No, Copics back then. But yeah, I'd love to do that. But the mid-tone paper, yeah, experiencing that. I'm definitely going to do the cheap art supply. What's a good limit for the cheap art supply? I was going to say $5. $5 would be good for the cheap art supply challenge. Or maybe I could do the challenge with a ballpoint pen. You know what I mean? Here, you guys let me know what kind of challenge you would like. Oh, yeah, the Arty Party app. That would be great, for sure. Oh, Darmondi missed out on Jazz's art. And he sold those for a lot of money, pretty much. He sold those for a lot. So... And good on him too, you know, like he was definitely scared his art wouldn't sell. Like, dude, his art was gonna sell. I knew it for sure. His art was gonna sell, and he sold them for, you know, I'll be honest. I knew he was gonna sell them. I did not know they would go for that much money. That much money. The amount he actually got for those pieces. Where you got to pick, like, wow, like he made really good on him. I'm proud of that dude. Good for him. Right, Drawing with makeup, Jenna says. Yeah, my wife wouldn't like that. I took her makeup. What are you doing? Those are expensive. I'm better off buying Copics than doing the makeup art challenge. Oh boy. $5 seems too cheap. It might be. I'm thinking about what I could get at the dollar store. What did I get at the dollar store? So. Also, I'll be honest. I haven't colored traditionally in a while, too. So that will be interesting. So, like, I haven't used like pencil crayons, even markers. I haven't used those in a long time. So we'll see here. I'm just gonna get some Snow Trooper reference here, guys. Snow Troopers. Okay, I'll just lay them out first. Let's see here. Darmondi says you should collab with Jazza again. I'd love to, but I don't want to ask. I mentioned that before. I don't want to ask because I don't, I like, he knows me well. He does, he knows I wouldn't ask to Mooch's audience, but for me, that's what it would feel like if I were to ask him right now to collab again. That I'm just trying to get to his 1.2 million fan base now. And I don't want him to think that. I want him to think we're buddies just because we're buddies. You know what I mean? So that's cool. Well, if you want me to collab with him again, message him. Say, hey, I'd love box office artists to come back. And if he asks me, I'm there in a heartbeat, of course. But I'm not going to do that unless he asks me. So do an expensive art challenge. I'm not as rich. It's just quit my job in June, guys. I can't do an expensive art challenge. Where's my blue pencil? I lost it. That was blue pencils. I think they ran off together, the 2 blue pencils I had. Where'd they go? Did it drop? I think it dropped. Might have dropped. Oh, I'm sitting on it. That'd be great, Dramandi, okay? But don't tell him I sent you, okay? Do not tell. Usually I say tell him I sent you. Do not tell him I sent you, okay? You're free to do what you want, my friend, but don't tell him I sent you. Do I have a P.O. box? Not yet. I will be putting that up yet. Can I do an Australian accent? I cannot. I'd love to. Let me see. Hello. A little Australian accent. I can't do it. That was more... Hello. I don't know what accent this is. This is horrible. Horrible. Unsubscribe now. G'day. G'day, mate. G'day. Put some shrimp on the barbie. You know, the classic stereotypical Australian. Hello, I'm Hugh Jackman. That was horrible. Don't make me do that again. Don't make me do that again. Yeah, the color palette Mythbusters, the color pencil challenge was awesome. And that has like 2 million views, right? Good on him, man. Happy for that dude. That's great. Expensive art challenge would be buying Copic markers. You said it, Jenna. You said it. More of a bad London. Thank you, Nathan. I'll take that. That's my universal non-accent. Hello. I don't know what accent this is. Hello, cheerio. That's for Nathan. You guys should teach me. You guys should teach me. You guys could teach me how to do an accent. Or a non-American accent. I have a few buddies in Australia. I saw them when I was in the Philippines. And the first thing I said, because I've always talked to them online. I never talked to them in person. And when I saw them, they had a very, very thick Australian accent. And the first thing I said, I love your accent. And then they told me, no, we love your accent. You're great. I'm like, oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. To you, I have the accent. That's right. Draymond's Aussie. That's awesome. I apologize for your ears, my friend. Hello. Hello. Have I considered drafting Kylo Ren? I will be doing Kylo Ren very soon. Very soon. So after this is done, I'm going to be doing Attack of the Clones. And then I'm not sure. I might do I might do Rogue One first, actually, before Force Awakens. I was going to do Rogue One last, but then by the time I actually get to it, I think the DVD will finally be out. That's what's holding me back on doing Rogue One. Is I need reference. I need the actual movie, and I believe that's out on digital, if I'm not mistaken, next week. So I should be okay to actually. Here's a good way to cover your drawing, guys. More smoke. More smoke. More smoke. Guys. If I went to Australia, would I go to Sydney or Melbourne? First of all, I would go to where Jazza is. I forgot where he is. I think he's in Melbourne, right? Also, I have to find a comic book convention. That's the only way it's really worth my while, is if I go to if I become a guest at a comic book convention. So, you tell me, Draymond, what's the biggest, Draymondi, which is the biggest comic convention there? So I could apply for next year. Jay, holy moly, I'm not sure when the next stream is. I might do one later tonight. But I'm having a lot of fun drawing live with you guys. It is a lot of fun. I'm just a tiny bit less productive, but at the same time, it's fun talking to you guys. You guys are great. So I'm not sure. Maybe tonight. Just stay tuned. Okay? Okay, my friend? You have a good one, okay? Thanks a lot. Really Kyung, I can't say that because I can't pronounce it. Nathan, I did enjoy trying to say that longest Welsh word. That was a bunch of fun, Nathan. Thank you for that. I'm not gonna do it again. War. Can you do a Yoda impression? Okay, guys, I am not an impressionist, okay? You guys just like hearing me do bad impressions. Impression? No good. Good no impression. You guys. It's horrible. What's your advice to teenagers who want to go into digital drawing, Marcus? Are you a teenager? If you are, I'm extremely jealous of you if you are. My biggest advice to you is you have so many resources out there right now. Way more resources than I had when I was a kid. If I wanted to learn Photoshop when I was in high school, like you had to take this, it was a special Photoshop class that you had to take. In high school, they did it at lunchtime. It must have been like Photoshop 1 or 2 or something like that. Really slow computers back then. In all honesty, we're talking about 1995, 1996 here. You can learn Photoshop. There's so many tutorials, so many resources. Take advantage of it. And do a little bit every day. I know you're a teenager. If you even spend half an hour every day, do one tutorial a day. That's what my suggestion be to you. Do one tutorial a day and you'll get ahead of the game. Don't worry about getting a fancy tablet. Don't worry about getting any of that. Get yourself a copy of Photoshop. I'm not going to tell you how to get it. Get yourself a copy of Photoshop and just practice. And take advantage, man. Take advantage. And really, just 30 minutes a day. It's not that long. 30 minutes a day while you're a kid. You know, every single day, those hours will accumulate. So take advantage while you can. What am I doing here? I'm getting reference here. So I guess I need some Stormtrooper reference. So I'm just getting my Battle of Hoth reference going here. This is my footage. What am I doing here? Layout. I need to go layout reference 5. Hold on one second, guys. Let me just my Hoth battle. Need. Need that. Just need some stormtrooper references here. Because there's different types, right? There's different types of stormtroopers. I want to make sure I'm doing the right one. Oh, that's not good. That's too low progress. Okay. Rudy Kong's a teenager. Awesome. I'm jealous of you guys. You guys have your whole life ahead of you guys. You got lots of time. Lots of time. Work hard now, and it will accumulate. It will accumulate, you know? Depending on how old you are. If you're 13 and you work every single day at it, you imagine the leg up you're going to have someone who starts when they're 16 or someone who starts when they're 18. You know, it would take them so long to try to catch up, and they probably can't, you know? So take advantage if you can, guys. Do what you can. So, do I use screen caps as references? I do. Absolutely do. That's the very first thing I do. I'll go through the movie and screen cap everything. I would screen cap all of it. Because, you know, especially iconic scenes, I want to get them right, you know? So, Jenna just started high school. Youngin, you remind me of my, Oh, I was about to give away of my daughter. Now you can fill in the blanks here, guys. So you could call me Uncle James. Uncle James is here. Oh, I should record. Let me record. But yeah, you young guys, start now. Like, I'm not gonna tell you not to have fun or like to give up your weekends or anything like that. No, you still need to do that, but make time, and it doesn't take a lot of time. For you young guys, at least draw an hour a day, at least. And the thing is, because if we enjoy it, because we enjoy drawing, it's nothing. That's the fun part, right? It's not like work, right? So take advantage while you guys are young, man. Oh, George, I'm sure too. That's why it's easier for me just to go through. Well, also, when I go through the movie, I get exactly what I want. I could fast forward and pause exactly where I want to pause, you know. So it's just easier for me to go through the movie instead of trying to search on the internet for everything, you know? Let's see here. Oh, thank you, Nathan. I appreciate that. I'm an old man. Nathan. I'm a very old man, Nathan. Let me just turn the camera here so you can see me, guys. I'm trying to get closer to the mic so you guys can hear me. Whoops, mic's falling down. This thing's slippery. I'll put on my phone there. There you go. Oh, thank you, Riddy Kong. I appreciate that. So, my students seem to like me, so I'll take that. They're looking at making me the program coordinator for this school. One of the schools I'm working at. I'm going to be program coordinator, but I'm not sure I'll take it. I'm not sure if I'll have time to do that. So, let's see here. Dem Bananas says favorite Star Wars movie. Sorry, I forgot to answer that question. Let's go. You know, it's always a toss-up between Empire and A New Hope. I say Empire's the better movie itself, but I think I like New Hope better just because it's the original. Let's just say that. And Rogue One was awesome. I loved Rogue One. That was great. That's why I can't wait to draw that, but that's why I'm also holding off on it, too. So I want to make sure I get that right. I want to make sure I get that Vader scene where he wrecks shop right. You know what I mean? I got to get all that stuff right. So, what's up, Mahmood? How you doing, buddy? Boy. Absolutely, Jenna. Like, draw more. That's the only way you're gonna get better. Doesn't and I mentioned this all day in my stream yesterday. It doesn't matter how quote unquote talented you are. It's the amount of work that you put in. It doesn't matter if you're talented and if you don't do the work. If you just try to rely on talent, you're gonna lose. It doesn't matter how talented you are. If you're not gonna be willing to work for it, you're gonna lose. If you're not willing to get better, no matter how talented you are, because even no matter how talented you are, there's always something to improve, always something to get better. Myself, there's loads of things I'd love to get better at. And you know what? I actually learned that from my students, because a lot of my students, their figure work is insane. And I'm like, why am I teaching you? You know, that's like, that's the worst when they send you someone to teach and then they're better than you. Especially, there's two guys in my concept class. I'd even say three guys that their work is phenomenal. They should be working right now. And I'm like, why are you in school? Go work. But they got a scholarship, right? So they, why not? Free education, why not? Learn as much as they can. So I try to teach them as much as I could. At the very least, I was trying to teach them experience and what it's like working in the industry. There wasn't much I could have taught them skill-wise. I just wanted to get them on that, what they expect when they get out in the workforce, right? So always something to learn. Looking at those guys, that made me want to get back into life drawing again and try to learn the craft better. And I think I might be doing that once all of this is done. I might be looking to get back into things like life drawing to improve, because everybody needs improvement. Everybody. And even myself, I need to improve what I'm doing here. So and the reason I'm doing that is for myself, not because people are telling me, hey, you need to improve. It's more for myself, right? Because I know it could be better in that sense, or I know what level I want to get with certain parts of my artwork. So that's more what I meant. So, and Ethan says around 35. You're close, but you're still under, my friend. I am turning 39 this year, my friend. 39. You leave that, I'm an old man. I am age 39, but I act like I'm 10. There you go. There you go. So all of you guys, you have 30 years on me, some of you guys, right? So take advantage. Well, I wouldn't say 30 years, but at least 20. 20 years on me. So I'm warning you now. In 10 years, you better be better than me. You better be, if you're not already, okay? There you go. Night, Dem Bananas. I love your name. Take care. Am I going to draw The Last Jedi? That's a good question. I'm not sure. I don't know, because by the time that movie actually comes out, I will be knee deep in my IP by then, and what I have planned. Again, I want to release my IP in June of next year, my birthday next year. And by that time, I got too much work to do to take time off to do it. So we'll see. I'm younger than your dad. There you go. I'll take that, Jenna. Thank you. Spaceballs or Galaxy Quest to my Star Wars Mural Mythbusters? Nope. Probably off on its own. I probably wouldn't attach. Or it would be one of those things where it would be a parody. I would do a parody of the poster with Spaceballs or Galaxy Quest, So. Wow, Dramandi, you are a young kid. Look at that. You youngins. So you guys have no excuse. I don't want to hear any excuses from you. You guys should be top of the line. Okay? No excuses for any of you guys. I'm not allowing any excuses from any of you guys. You guys have your whole life ahead of you. Also, guys, be patient. Be patient. All you young guys, all you youngins there who are watching me, Please be patient. Nothing's going to happen overnight. Everything takes time. It's all about how much work you're willing to put into it now. Okay? Still have fun. Still have fun. But be patient. And you guys have the whole world. A lot of time. Holy cow. A lot of time. Learn as much as you can. And the great thing is, you can learn on your own nowadays. Like, all these resources. I never had this. All these resources when I was your age. That was at your fingertips, literally at your fingertips, in terms of YouTube and everything, right? So, take advantage of it, guys. If I wanted to learn how to draw back in the day, right, I had to go to the library, right? How to Draw the Marvel Way, you know, all those books. That was the only way to learn, through books, right? That you had to buy, and if you're not, you know, if you're not well off, those books are expensive. Those books were expensive, and I wasn't a well-off kid at all. I wouldn't say we were poor by any means. We had enough to keep food on the table, but we weren't rich by any means too, or rich enough I could buy any book I wanted anyway. So take advantage, guys. Take advantage of what you have. You youngins. Girl. Nathan says, when I was in art college, there was a girl who could not draw with a pencil, but give her a mark and she could create wonders. Oh, yeah, yeah. I have students that specialize in different mediums, for sure. You know, good with one thing, bad with another, you know. For sure. A lot of people are like that. Right on. Yeah, me and Jazza, we should open our school. Maybe we should do that. I'll tell Jazza. Let's open a school in Australia. We'll move to Australia. Australia's a lot warmer than here. But then you guys have all the spiders, right? All the big spiders. I don't want to go there just because of the spiders. Oh, boy. Dramondi, you can protect me from the spiders, right? Can you protect me from the spiders? Oh, boy. My teacher wants to buy a Logan I drew. Should I sell him or not? I'm 14. I think you should sell it. It's a nice feeling when... Well, it depends on how attached you are to that particular piece of art. And do you need the money? Those are two factors that you have. Is it one of those pieces that you'll regret selling in 5 years? Or, like me personally, I don't have any more attachment to any of my artwork anymore. And I wish I got rid of some of them before. I was telling that story yesterday. Like, a lot of the stuff I did on Transformers Armada, I wish I sold them, like, right away. Because I would never get as much money for them as I did back then. Like, I could never get that much money now for them. Because it's old, nobody has it, right? It's not fresh on anyone's mind. I should have sold that artwork, like, literally the month after that book came out. Because right now, I don't have any really attachment to any of that artwork. Like, a lot of people are sentimental about their art. Like, Jazz is completely sentimental about all his art. Right? That's why he didn't sell anything until he had to. But after a while, I personally don't have that attachment anymore with my artwork. It's like, once it's done, you know, instead of it sitting in a stack over here on the side, why not have someone who appreciates the art have them hang it on their wall? You know, I think that's cool. I think that's great. So nobody can protect you from the spiders. There you go. Oh, let's see there. Oh boy. Oh really? Really? Who's your friend, Nathan? Maybe I probably won't remember who it was. Let me show you my stacks of art, guys, really quickly. Let me see if I can show you that pretty quickly. Since my camera turned off. I actually have it here. If you can see here, if I take the camera. See that? See those pages there? That's stacks and stacks and stacks of, well, not stacks and stacks, but that's a stack of original art there. Those FedEx boxes there and that stack of paper there. That's all comic book art from years of drawing comic books. It's all comic book art. Ethan Van Schreiber's awesome. He's great. Yeah, yeah, because that's smart, especially being a. That's what I should have done too, because there were some very lean times, very lean times being a comic book artist, and selling your artwork. It's like at least doubling what you make, at least doubling. So that original comic art market, it's really, that's a great market to be in, the comic art. That's why, again, I keep telling everyone I'm never going to go to a Cintiq when drawing comic books. Though, here's the thing. It is faster when you draw with a Cintiq. Like, you could duplicate things and all that. I know this guy, what he does is when he sees a page in the script that he knows will sell, he will draw that traditionally. He will draw that on board. But if there's a page where it's just like talking heads or whatever, that's when he's going to actually go full digital on that. It's very smart. Very smart. Because that original art market, that could really help supplement income if you're a freelance artist. There are loads of people who love original art. Okay, now will that change down the line? Will the market finally crash and then people don't have the money for that? Sure, that could happen, for sure. But as long as I remember, people were buying original art, and I should have sold more of my art. Now I was thinking about it, So, hey Sketch, how you doing? Not too bad. Not too bad. Yeah. Yeah, Yinko, for sure, for sure. In fact, when I was first starting, that's what I would do. I would take images that inspire me, and I'll put them all over my walls. Back in the day, you don't have to do that now. You just throw them on your monitor now. But back in the day, take images, comics, like put them plaster them all over the wall, all over the wall. So, hey Fernandez, how you doing? Welcome. Am I gonna color the whole piece, Jake? Yes, it will be colored. I have a buddy who's going to actually do the initial colors on everything, so he's going to do all the flatting, and then put colors on it, and then I'm going to go in and change everything. Not going to change everything, but I'm going to add my flavor to it, as you guys know. If you guys check out my latest Star Wars story on this channel, I actually go through how I, not in detail, but I show you the difference when someone sends me the colors I get back, and then how I change it up. So I showed the Daredevil Punisher piece that's on this channel. So go check that out. But I do things like I add special effects to it. I add things like smoke. Like here, I would add like a lot of drifting snow. Here, I would definitely add drifting snow. I might put like make the whole scene snowing, type thing. Like all this smoke here, bigger explosions, like real explosions, that kind of thing. I would paint real explosions, that kind of stuff. So it's a collaborative effort. Now, originally I was going to color the whole thing myself, but because the Comic-Con changed, like originally it was supposed to be in November, and now it's in May. Originally it was going to be November, so I was planning on November, and now it's in May. I just don't have the time to color it. Oh, I'm not recording. Oh boy. Which is fine. First of all, it's two good things about that. The first good thing is that means my art. I didn't know this at the time. Honestly, I just realized it like literally like a month ago. That that convention falls exactly on the 40th anniversary of Star Wars. Exactly. So that's why you notice I started branding this thing as 40th anniversary fan art. It's because I realized, holy cow, it's the 40th anniversary. It's perfect. Like, exactly. The 40th anniversary is May 25th. The convention is May 26th through 28th. So that's why we're going to be doing something extremely special We're going to be doing something extremely special in Texas. So if any of you guys are in Texas, it'd be great. So. Dramandi says, "Do you have a specific technique when inking artwork?" I'm not sure how to explain it. If you have you checked out my comic book style rendering tutorial, Dramandi? I go through how my thought process when I ink, so I'm not sure if you could call that exactly what's called technique or not. It's what I use, how I think when I'm inking. So go check that out. Well, I'm inking Black Panther if you haven't seen that already. It's called comic book style rendering. If you go to my tutorials playlist, you could find it there. So yeah. Oh, Dramondi's seen every video. Thank you, buddy. It's 30th anniversary of Star Trek Next Generation. Awesome. I never really got into Star Trek as much. Like I've seen quite a few episodes, but I never really got into it. So I'd be lying if I said I was a Trekkie. I'm not really. And how times have changed. How times have changed, right? Before, if you said you were a Stars fan or a Trekkie fan, people looked down on you. Now, in some circles, you're really cool. Right? Know what I'm saying? Back in the day, like if you people were hiding, people like literally people in my classes were hiding the fact that they loved Star Wars or that they loved what's called Star Trek back then. That's why there's no greater time to be a comic book fan. Again, I was one of those kids. I would hide the comic books in my backpack. You know what I mean? You would hide them. Yeah. Plebs S. No, don't worry, man. I slept. I slept. I would love to say I was working since last night, but no, it's not true in the least. So, do I have a favorite superhero? Yeah. Batman, Wolverine. I know it's lame, but it's the truth. How often do I shop for microns? I was mentioning yesterday. I go twice a month. Twice a month, I usually go to the art store. I try to pick up as many as I can because I know I'm going to need it, especially with a project like this. But also with my YouTube channel, I draw way more now than I used to. So yeah. Okay, so I'm gonna actually draw this foot. Hello Zoltan, welcome back. Great. How many pens have I used so far? I don't know. I didn't do a running count, though. Now, after talking to you guys the past couple days, I really should have. I should have finished the pen completely, threw it in a box, and then shown the aftermath. I should have done that. That would have been fun. But I did not do that. I could still do that for the second half of this. Oh, I think I'm out of battery. Hold on a second. Do I have a favorite villain too? Let's see here. In terms of superhero context, let's see here. Joker, of course. Who doesn't love the Joker? Palpatine, does he count? Let's see here. I thought Doctor Doom was one of my favorite ones. Comic book Doctor Doom, okay, not the movie one. That's why I was so disappointed when I saw Doctor Doom in the new Fantastic Four movie before anyone else did. Not before anyone else, but because we worked on the visual effects, so we worked on a lot of the Doctor Doom shots, and I was so excited to see it. And then when I saw him, I was like, "That's Doctor Doom. Are we gonna fix it somehow?" Like, is that him? Okay. Not what I was expecting, for sure. Okay, hold on. I'm working on this AT-AT's foot, or the AT-AT's foot. So let me just open some AT-AT reference here. There we go. So, did I act like a little girl when Mark Hamill, J.J. Abrams, and I forgot the name, but the Last Jedi director? Yes, I did. I wouldn't say little girl. Little girls are more mature than that. The way I acted. But of course, when you're childhood heroes like Mark Hamill or directors that you've admired, like even just hitting that like button, of course, you're gonna be like, oh my gosh, wow. Get a little starstruck there. And it very well could be their assistants too, doing that. So I'm not blind to that. But I'll take it. A little bit extra motivation, Sorry, AJM. Sorry about that. Wait, you do visual effects? What other stuff have you done or going to do? Raphael asks. Yes. I worked in film since 2007. 2007 until I quit last year. That was the job I quit last year, Fernando. I worked on a ton of stuff, really. My first job right out of school, I worked on the show Stargate. If you guys have seen the show Stargate, I apologize to those of you who I mentioned this already too. But I worked on Stargate, Arc of Truth, Stargate Continuum, the DVD straight to DVD movies, and a little bit on the Stargate Atlantis series. I actually worked on the set. That was actually a lot of fun. Never again did we get the chance to actually work on the set. Granted, we were in an old building back in the back of the lot, but we were actually on set at the time, so I'll take it. I'll take. Then after that, I worked on Watchmen, the movie Watchmen. And all of these, I was a 3D modeler back then. That was my job. I was doing a 3D model. I was building 3D models. That was my job. And then after that, I worked on a show called Sanctuary for Sci-Fi. I'm not sure if any of you have seen that show, Sanctuary. So I worked on that for a season, and then I worked at a company called, I forgot what it was called. Right now it's called Method Studios. They kept changing their names. And I worked on a show called, movie called Invictus with Matt Damon and what's his name again? Morgan Freeman. That was fun. That was a really cushy job. I love that job. It was very stress-free, that particular job. After that, I went back to a company called NPC. I worked on a movie called Percy Jackson and the Lightning Thief. So the first one, I worked on that. And then I worked on, let me think here. Then I went back, I worked on Battle LA, I believe, after that. Battle LA, I worked on Abraham Lincoln Vampire Hunter, if any of you guys remember that movie. I worked on a few small things here and there. I worked on Underworld Awakening. I worked on that movie. Trying to think what else I worked on. TV shows. I worked on a show called The Borgias. If any of you guys have seen The Borgias. And there's a show on Sci-Fi called Dominion. I worked on that show. Trying to think. Rain for the CW. I think I mentioned that earlier today. Rain. Have you guys seen that show? I did a lot of work on that show. Worked a lot on that show. Let's see here. The more recently, like I mentioned, Fantastic Four. I worked on Crouching Tiger, Hidden Dragon, The Green Legend. It's called Sword of Destiny. It used to be called The Green Legend. Sword of Destiny. You can check that on Netflix. It's still on Netflix now, if you haven't seen that. And Marco Polo. I worked on the show Marco Polo, also on Netflix. What else? did I work on over there? Oh, Fantastic Four, like I said. Furious 7. Is it Fast 7? Furious 7. Fast 7? Fast 7, right? It's called Fast 7. I worked on that movie. And what else did I work on? Let's see. And the very last movie I worked on is actually coming out in April. The very last movie. It's called The Promise. If you guys look it up, you can go check out the trailer right now. I worked on a ton of those shots in the trailer. It's a lot of stuff that you wouldn't think, you wouldn't know there are visual effects there, but there are. There are lots of visual effects in that trailer. But it's called The Promise. It stars Oscar Isaacs and Christian Bale. Go check that out. That was the very last movie I worked on before I quit. Before I quit my job. Is The Board just on Netflix? I don't think so. I'm not sure. Yeah, Invictus was fun. You know what I got to do on Invictus? What we did there was crowd simulation, right? So, for all the all the games in the stands, we had to fill the stands with people, right? So we had a lot of CG people in the stands. So the fun part I had to do, because we had like 8 people who did motion capture, right? 8 people, they were like cheering, woo, 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 all that. So, and we had to use them multiple ways, right? So I think it was about 12 different people. And what I got to do is I got to take the models of those people and then term them fat, give them different body sizes and types. It was hilarious. Actually, it got really, really, really fat. So we had those really, really big people, really, really skinny people, like all. That was a lot of fun. So that was a lot of fun. Let's see here. Let's see here. Which is the best Star Wars director? The dude who did Empire. I forgot what was his name. I like that guy. But Gareth Edwards did a fantastic job. Fantastic job on Rogue One. I thought he did awesome. But I'll do with I forgot his name. The dude who did Empire. It wasn't George Lucas. I forgot his name. So, Stefano says, what did I do in all those projects? I was pretty much a modeler until I got back to Toronto. So I'd say everything from Battle LA. Sorry, not Battle LA. Borges was the first time I actually fully matte painted, and then I became a matte painter from then on. Because matte painting, you do combine a lot of 3D with the matte painting. So my main job when I left was matte painter. I was a senior matte painter at Pixamundo. That was my last full job. So, what drawing table do I have? It's an old one. I've had this drawing table since 1996. This table is older than all of you, so I don't even remember the brand. It's just old. Okay. I made this foot too short. I'm just thicken it up a bit. Do a Morgan Freeman impression. I cannot. I will not. Hello. Morgan Freeman impression. Hello there. Put some shrimp on the barbie. Oh, no, I can't do one. I apologize. I won't be able to do one. Irvin Kishner, is that who did it? Darth? Okay, there you go. There you go. Oh boy. Let's see here. Darmandi Draza, I actually don't remember. So I apologize. I don't remember seeing if you liked my stuff on Twitter. I apologize for that. Okay, so I do want to draw a few ATSTs here. Maybe here and here. And then finish his leg. So let's do that. Let's see here. All my ATST references in my Return of the Jedi reference. You know, in Empire, I was debating whether to put the ATSTs in there because you see them in like paintings and stuff, but then you hardly see them. You like literally hardly see them in Empire. But then I got screen caps showing they were there, and that's enough for me. That gives me because just having these AT-ATs here, these giant AT-ATs here, it's nice to have other what's it called other ships here or vehicles here. So I think in this ATSTs, it would help. So. Do I like Avatar: The Last Airbender? I'll be honest, I haven't watched it. I haven't watched it. My kids have watched it, but I personally have not seen any of it. You know, I have all these ships and they're not firing. Hold on. So I'm just roughing out the ATST here. And I got to draw the feet of these AT-ATs here. I was me and my class. I was because I have a student who's actually drawing one of these for one of his assignments. And I said, "You got to draw the feet." And then we looked at a lot of references of people who painted ATSCs, and a lot of them avoid drawing the foot part. And then we were laughing at it, and then I realized I was about to cover all these feet of the AT-ATs. So I made sure you could see at least part of the feet for these AT-ATs. So, what's hi, it's Army. How you doing, buddy? Yeah, ATST, David. There are ATSTs, and I looked it up. There are a couple. There are two shots where there are ATSTs. So so I'm not completely off. I've seen them. They're actually in the special edition too. But very, very small shots. You could see them in the background. You could see them. Okay, so that's why I'm putting them in. That's why I'm putting them in. So there you go. Has the coloring phase already started? Jig is asking, has the coloring phase already started with the finished pieces? Not yet, because my buddy, he actually got a really good gig that he's actually finishing them now. So I'm hoping he's going to be able to start this week. And I know we're coming down to it. So we're going to see how the first few feel. If he's able to finish the first one in a timely fashion, then fantastic. If not, if it takes him a little bit longer, then I might get another colorist to help me out. But we'll see. We'll see how it goes. Because I would like him to... It's always easier when it's just one guy doing everything. Doing the whole thing. But at the same time, you know, I'm not paying him that much. So, it's, you know, dude's got to eat at the same time, right? So... so... Hi, Super Christian. How you doing? I'm good. Doing good. Zoltan's asking which is the best Batman. Let's go. I think I remember Rainbow Batman. I remember that. Let's go Campy Batman. I love Campy Batman. Can't go wrong with Campy Batman. What was my least favorite Star Wars movie? Nathan asks. Let's say I'll say Clones, but though I didn't hate it as much as everyone else did. And I'll be completely honest with you guys. Attack of the Clones was, I think, the only one I did not watch in theaters, or I did watch in theaters. I'm sorry, forgive me. Oh, not well, excluding of course Force Awakens and Rogue One. Of course, I watched those in theaters. But the original trilogy I watched on VHS, like a lot of you guys. Like my parents didn't take us to the movie theater that often. So I watched the original trilogy on VHS. Even the the prequels, I pretty much waited for those DVDs to come out, with the exception of Attack of the Clones. I watched that in theater, so there's a tiny bit of sentimental value to me, tiny bit. So I won't say that I hate Attack of the Clones. I know people who have real hatred for that movie, but I don't personally. Though watching it, because I watched it a lot this week. I watched Attack of the Clones a lot because I'm getting ready to draw it, hopefully in the next day or so. Anakin's really creepy in that. He's like a perv, man. It's like, whoa. Like, which girl would actually go for this dude? That's like, wow. So creepy. Like, the way he was acting, you would get a restraining order on this, on this guy, man. Maybe he was using the Force on Padme the whole time. You know what I mean? It's like, wow, that's creepy. So, that's right. There is an ATST, right? So that's why I'm putting him in. Also, just to give this battle scene a little bit more variety. This thing should be bigger, actually. Oh man, I'm not recording again. I keep forgetting to press record. Can you give me some advice on drawing distant and up close things? It's very simple. Like the closer you are, the more detailed you get. More detailed, the more contrasty you get. The further back you get, the less detail, less contrasty you get. It's pretty simple. Like, because things far away, you don't see that much detail. Okay, so don't try to put every brick into things that are like way in the background. You don't want to do that. The closer you are, though, there should be way more detail the closer you are. So just keep it simple. Keep it simple. Okay. Did I like BVS? I did. I really did like BVS. Now, could it have been 5 movies? It could have. But I actually really enjoyed BVS. So, it's just me. I could understand why people didn't like BVS, but I actually really enjoyed it. So, for what it was. Is it the way I would have played it out? Of course not. But do I like that Martha part? No. But overall, I did like BVS. So, let's see. Good night, Jenna. Good night, Jenna. Have a good night. Thanks for stopping by. You're really funny. Thanks for joining the stream. I don't like sand. It's coarse and gets in everything. What a loser. That was the creepiest part, because then he starts touching her back and stuff, like, ugh. He must have been using the Force, man. Ugh. Have I seen Avatar: The Last Bender? I have not seen it. I'm sorry. I did say that earlier. I have not seen it. Hi, Porter. How you doing, buddy? Okay, one ATSC there. There you go. What are the... actually, I should... You know, I have all these bad guy villains, but none of them are firing anything. I should get them to actually fire. Okay, gotta go back to the AT-AT because I need to make sure his leg is right. Sorry, guys. 1 second here. Let me just concentrate a tiny bit. There you go. Hi, Kari. How you doing? Do I like Superman Returns? It was okay. Superman Returns was okay. Again, it's one of those things. I didn't hate it, but I didn't love it at the same time. It's pretty boring in some parts. Some parts were really cool. I liked the airplane thing. I liked, but wasn't my cup of tea for Superman. I can understand why it didn't do as well as it did, or as well as it could have. And I was extremely excited for that because Bryan Singer was doing it, so I had high hopes for it, and just wasn't what I was expecting. That's all. Hey, it's hard making movies, man. It's not easy. If it was easy, everybody would do it. Will be doing good ones, right? So, and that's why it's the hardest, even when it's like a known property that everybody loves. That's what it's the hardest. You got all these expectations. It's hard doing something new and innovative, and when you don't do something new and innovative, it looks like you're just copying what came before it. It's a hard job. Like all those guys directing the DC movies, the DC slate, they got a tough job because not only do they have to live up to the comic book fans, they have to live up to all those people who love all those Marvel movies. Because that's what people are expecting. They're expecting comic book movies to be like that, like all the Marvel films. So if they do something new, it has to work, and if it doesn't work 100%, people are not going to like it, right? That's pretty much what happened. That's why everything was so divisive, Do I play? Zoltan is right. Today's games. I haven't played a video game in a long time. I did try Mario Kart with my kids, but I haven't played a game. Does Candy Crush count? I played a few rounds of Candy Crush. There they go. Thanks for joining me, guys, this Saturday morning. Especially if you guys are on the East Coast. It's early for you. Well, it's 8:30 in the morning. If you're just waking up, get the cobwebs out, get yourself a cup of coffee, enjoy some drawing. So I won't be drawing that long today. I did promise my kids I'd bring them to the mall today, so I will be bringing them to the mall. So, it's their March break. I feel bad I didn't get a chance to spend a lot of time with them. We did a few little things together, but at the end of the day, this is all great, but I'm a dad at the end of the day, too. So I want to make sure I spend a little bit of time. Though they know I'm trying to finish, and they want me to finish. But, a few hours here is not going to kill me, So, have I seen the Clone Wars? Yes, I have. It's Army. I love the Clone Wars. It does make me kind of want to draw it, because I did watch it again recently, like last week. I watched the Clone Wars. Just the movie I'm talking about, the movie. Anakin's so much cooler in the Clone Wars. I'm telling you that, man. She's cool, so much cooler. But at the same time, I'm not gonna add it into the piece because what if they do one day cast Ahsoka? What if they do cast Rex? I want to make sure it looks like them at the same time. So maybe I'll do a Clone Wars piece by itself. That's not really connected, but I don't know. We'll see. Oh, almost midnight in Australia. Evening in Australia. Once me and Jazz were talking on the phone, and I'm like, why don't we Skype? He goes, dude, I'm I'm about to go to bed. You don't want to see me. I think that was it must have been 1 in the morning his time, because it was that would have been late his time. That was the case, because I was at work when he called me. We were talking for a bit, so. Okay, Super Christian, thanks for stopping by. Really do appreciate it. Okay, I'm going to move this camera over a bit. Let me just fix. I'm gonna draw one more ATST here. Draw one more ATST here, and then we'll move on to something else. I think, for the most part, I'll probably do a little bit more to this battle scene at the very end. We'll see. Ouch. 140 in where are you, Zoltan? Where are you? Lithuanians, 2 in the afternoon. Awesome, guys. Thank you for joining me. You know, it's great. That's one great thing about the internet. Can you imagine, like years ago, how expensive it would be to do like a live stream like this? Back in the day, we're talking thousands upon thousands of dollars. And now it's just like a flip of the button and it's free. Can you believe that? Like how crazy times have changed. But it's great. Like all over the world, you guys are from, which I think is fantastic. Brings us all together, you know. Okay, let's see. Portugal, it's what's it called 12:40. Is that in the morning or in the afternoon, my friend? Oh, Roberto, Italiana. How much percent am I from being complete? I think I'm around. I say about 80% there, Nathan. Is that Nathan who asked me that? Sorry, let's look back down. Yeah, around. I'd say 80% around there. You know how you guys I wanted to finish yesterday. I think I could finish today for sure, even with going to the mall with my family. But I also wanted to try to lay out Attack of the Clones or get all my Attack of the Clones reference going first. So for Attack of the Clones, I'm going to be focusing on the Jedi fight, that big battle. I forgot where was that again? You guys remember which in the arena? That's what I'm going to be focused on, and that's going to be the bulk of it. It will be that whole battle with the Jedi and that, right? Like, of course, I'm going to have some big heads there, and then at the bottom, like this. And what the reason I'm doing this at the bottom of the piece, this whole bottom piece, they will all connect together. So it's like one, like all the bottom is war. The whole theme of it is war. So we have the Battle of Hoth at the bottom here. The Rogue One, it will be that the battle on the what's it called, on the beach type thing, and then on the other side it will be like seeing all the clone troopers entering the ships. So I made it strategic in that way, so hopefully it works. We'll see. Hopefully you guys will see when everything's finally all together, where I'm going with everything. So, Geonosis. That's right, Geonosis. Thank you, guys. Thank you. That's it, Geonosis. Oh, you guys are talking. Is that Italian? You guys are talking? Which language are you guys talking? Ciao, ciao. I'm trying to teach me some language, guys, but no swear words, okay? Teach me some language. You guys want to learn some Filipino? It's funny. I had back. I was trying to learn how to speak the Filipino language, Tagalog. I was trying to learn how to speak that. I still don't know how, but I had this tape that I would play in my car when I was going to college, and it would have the words, right. It would have the guy would say the English word, and then or the Filipino word, then the English word. And I thought it was the funniest tape of all time. It was hilarious. It entertained me more than actually taught me. Like, for example, guys, here's some real Tagalog. If you guys want to learn some Tagalog, here's some Tagalog here. So the guy goes like this. He goes, beef steak. Okay, that is beef steak. That's the English word. Okay, what's that in Filipino? He goes beef steak, beef steak. That is literally how to say beef steak in Filipino. Beef steak. So it's saying beef steak, but really fast. I heard that in my car. I just started dying. That's beef steak. Hello. Hello. And of course, that's not it. But I thought that was extremely funny. You know what, guys? Maybe I shouldn't get you to teach me language, just in case. Like, I'm sure you're not gonna get me to say anything bad. But we saw what happened to PewDiePie and those the Fiverr thing. So just in case. Oh boy. Oh boy. Oh, RVFB is with me. Can't speak. High five, RFB. RVFB. Beef steak. Beef steak. Let's see. Sorry, what language was it, guys? I'm not sure if you actually said. I didn't look. Oh, it is Italian. It is Italian. Antipasto, spaghettini. I apologize, guys. That was horrible. Do you guys get that a lot? You say we're Italian, and then people are like, I love Italian food. Do people do that a lot? Not that that's an insult. I think that's great. You know. Oh boy. Oh, thank you, Stefano. I appreciate that. He came from the collab with Jazza. Thank you very much. I appreciate that. Okay, as you can tell, guys, like I'm drawing really, really loosely and roughly here, because this part of the drawing, it's like in the context of everything, it's gonna be so small that it wouldn't matter too much. Like, it will matter because at the end of the day, people are going to go and look at this original art. So I do want it to be, palatable. But the actual size that it's going to finish off in, at the end of the day, it's going to be really, really small. That's why I'm not too worried about the quality here. Though it could be better. I should clean this up a little bit. Let's see here. You teach me Hungarian. There you go. You've heard my Morgan Freeman. You like my Morgan Freeman? Hello. Put some shrimp on the barbie. He's not even Australian. Oh, I'm crying. Oh boy. Hello. That is my all-purpose language. How do you speak Italian? Hello. Some shrimp on the barbie. That's my Italian. Oh. Oh gosh. Sorry guys, I'm silly today. I'm silly. Trump being short in Lithuania, okay? Oh boy. That's right, right? Then all the Italian terms they want to do it, right? It happens to every culture. They're like, "Oh, I love your food. Oh, I love you know." Get YouTubers help James learn the new accents. Mamma mia. I'm not giving it a try with Russian. I watch Gary Vee a lot. There's no way I'm gonna try. I heard him speak Russian. I'm like, forget it. No thanks. Here's my Russian. Hello. Some shrimp on the barbie. Hello. I apologize. I apologize to everybody I just offended. Feel free to unsubscribe. Hello. What is your Super Mario accent? Hello. Put some shrimp on the barbie. Oh boy, you guys are funny. Can I do make a Lionel Richie impression singing "Hello"? What does it mean? Hello. Send me you're looking for. I'm crying, guys. You're making me cry this morning. What's up with that? Oh, you guys are the best. You guys are the best. Thank you for that. I needed that. I needed that. I needed that laugh. It's hard to laugh when there's like this somber music going on in the background. Hello. Hello. Hello, darkness, my old friend in Filipino. I'm not sure. What's darkness? What's friend? I can't. I wish I could translate that. I wish I could. Hello. That's my Filipino too, by the way. Hello. All right. Probably will do some cleanup on these guys. I'll probably come back later and then do some cleanup. This looks really rough. Maybe too rough for my liking. I should have done this at least with the ruler here. This part here. Put some shrimp on the barbie. Ah. He's left the plot. Is that German? Is that hello? Hello, comrade. You guys. Oh man, don't get me laughing. I'll be here all day, my friends. Okay, so I'm just gonna draw this mountain in the background here. Okay, let's see here. I think it needs more ships. I think it needs more ships. I think I'm gonna mix. Let's see here. Let's see here. You want the oval circle thing? Yeah, yeah. You can get these at Curry's. This is a brand new one. The one I had was literally, I think. Excuse me. The one I had was literally. How old is that? Ever since I was in high school. So I just replaced this like literally a month ago. I bought a new one. Still cost $20 for this guy, but so I was just checking something. need some ships escaping Hoth. Yeah, that'd be cool too. I'm just gonna draw some random ships here. Feels like I do need some more ships though. I should have drew. Now I'm thinking maybe I should have drawn that bigger ship here. These feel too small. I don't want to draw it here. Ah. Though I couldn't have the ship too close to these guys because it felt way too small. Way too small. How much would you sell your art for? Would I cry like Jazza? I would cry laughing. I'm telling you that much. Yeah, I would. I'm a sensitive guy. Um, if I were to build in 1 million followers, or if what happened to Jazza happened to me, I would have done the same. I would have done exactly the same. I would have cried. I don't know if I would have cried on camera, but I would have cried. Because probably when I saw it for the first time, I wouldn't have been filming at that time. So I probably would have cried, but I wouldn't have cried on camera. Because how great is that? Like, and I think I'm not sure if some of you guys contributed or not, but like to have a fan base, and especially since he wasn't expecting it, you weren't expecting that kind of a response. I would definitely cry. Uh-oh. Kids are coming. Kids are coming. Kids are coming. I hear them. I hear them. I hear them. Can you hear me? It's gone quieter. Is it a problem making a YouTube channel if your English is fairly good but not perfect? I suggest, I have a buddy I might be doing a collab with. His name is Jesus Conde. He's got about 70,000 subscribers on YouTube, and he's really good. He's really good. But what he does it in two languages. He does the one in Spanish, and then he does one in English as well. So I suggest doing both, but don't be afraid of the niche that you have, right? Well, I forgot. Were you Italian? You Italian, Roberto? Like, don't don't take lightly the Italian market, right? So they might want that. They might want those Italian speakers. There are a lot of YouTubers who don't speak English at all and are doing extremely well. So it all depends on what you want. Now, if you want to grab more of that North American market, of course, knowing English completely helps. But as long as you know English completely, I don't think the accent bothers people as much as it used to. So I think you'd be fine. Fun. Thank you, Super Awesome Sauce TV. Thank you very much. I appreciate that. Though, I need more ships. Why did I do that? I'm not putting that much detail in these mountains here, guys, because I know in the color version, I'm probably going to completely change this with mountain textures itself. So I'm not throwing that much detail into them. Though, at the same time, now I'm thinking about it, maybe I should, because, I want the original art to stand on its own. So let's see. Mark saying you got no idea who Jazza is or what happened. Can you summarize? Okay, just very, very quickly. That's cool. Jazza is fantastic. If you're into animation, he's the man for that. Honestly, even drawing. The guy's phenomenal. But he's got a ton of subscribers, 1.2 million subscribers, and he's trying to fix his shed and turn it into a studio. So for the first time ever, he was selling his art. He's never sold a piece of art in his life, and and he needed to raise, I think it was $26,000. He has 1.2 million subscribers. He wanted to raise $26,000. He didn't think his artwork would get him that much money, so he started his campaign, and this was literally a few days ago. And within 3 hours, he got $26,000. 3 hours. That's all it took. Was it 3 hours? Or was it 7 hours? Something like that. But like literally within the first few hours, he got his goal. He's literally almost at $100,000 now. So that's, and he did. And the biggest thing was he wasn't expecting it. He wasn't expecting to reach anywhere near that number. So he didn't even have a plan what to do with the extra money afterwards. He didn't have a plan for it. So right now he's planning what to do with the rest of the money that he's gonna get from it. There were some bigger projects that he wanted to tackle on. Now he has the money for it, So that type of thing. So good on him, Couldn't be happier for him. Couldn't happen to a better guy. So let's see. Yeah. That's right. Collaboration with Jazza entering his contest was the best thing that for my channel. It was, because in all honesty, it gave me a friend more than anything. Because Jazza's a cool guy, and once he has your back, he's got your back. So that was the best part. Not even the fact I got to collab and be on his channel, just the fact that he's there to help support me and all that kind of stuff when he didn't have to. Like I'll admit to you guys, and I think I mentioned this before. He's not the only YouTuber that I tried to contact, right? There were tons of artist YouTubers that I've tried to contact and, tried to collab with, and none of them would even respond to me back. Hardly anyone would respond to me back. Jazzo was one of the few bigger ones who did, Or he came to me. So it's like, what? So yeah. He should buy more art supplies. That's right. Oh, Super Awesome House TV found me through the Mecha video. Thank you very much. I appreciate that. Let me ask you this, guys. Okay, since you're here, I am thinking about possibly. Okay, this is not anything set in stone. This might not happen. Might not happen. I'm thinking about possibly putting together a book. Okay, I am thinking about that. So just for you guys this morning, don't spread this around. Because as you notice, I'm not keeping these live streams on my channel. I don't want to bog it down for new guys. But just for you guys, because I would like your advice here. I am thinking about making a book. I'm just wondering what kind of topic would be best for the book. And I'm thinking for the first book I do, I think it should have something to do with robots, right? And I'm thinking, the way I'm thinking about it is breaking it down. It will be broken down, because I'm not going to show you how to draw one of those detailed transformer drawings that I do. Breaking it down from really, really simple robots, like how to design simply, principles of design, basic perspective when it comes to robots, to how to draw an actual basic robot, to getting more complicated with the robot. What do you think about that idea, guys? Or is there another topic you think would be better than that for my first book? I'm thinking about it. So what do you think, guys? What do you think? Inking and rendering, yeah, for sure. Inking and rendering for sure with robots. Doing an actual book of actually rendering comic books, that'd be another interesting idea. That would be a little bit more universal. But I think my strongest suit right now is doing mech robots and stuff like that. So I think that might be a good idea. I'm not sure. Take my money. There you go. Does the collab with Mark Crilly still exist? No, no, there was never a collab with Mark Crilly. I would. That's something I had imagined in my mind. That is wishful thinking. Though, he has been more responsive to me on Twitter nowadays, so maybe one of these days, but I'll admit to you guys, I'm probably not big enough to collab with him. I've never seen him collab with anyone with a small following. Unless you guys have seen it. Have you? Have you? Unless it's someone who's like a really, really good friend. Like, I guess Evan, he was a little bit smaller at the time, but he still had what, 80,000 subscribers at the time. So I'm not sure. I'm not sure how he thinks in terms of subscribership. Because when I'm looking at these things, when I'm looking at doing collabs, I want it to be both ways. Like, I want it to benefit both of us, right? Not just me. Because a lot of these big ones, I could understand what kind of value am I giving to them. And Jazza thought, I could provide value to his audience, right? That's why he got me to go on. So I'm not sure what kind of value I could provide someone like Mark Crilly, who's done it all. Like, he's not a slouch when it comes to drawing robots. He does fantastic robots himself. So it's one of those type of things. What can I give to his channel that would be worthwhile that he couldn't do himself? You know what I mean? So. Sorry, Darmondier. Sorry, I must have missed that. Yeah, feel free to send it on Twitter. Love to see it. Let's see here. That'd be an interesting cover. Super awesome sauce for sure. Yeah. You know what? Mark seems like a really, really good guy. I think I just need to get a little bit more friendly with him. But again, at the same time, I don't want it to seem like I'm friendly with him just because I want to collab. Because it's more because I know I can learn from the dude, right? He's been doing this for so long. He's a published author, right? And I'm looking to get into that. Publishing his own, like Brody's Ghost and all those things, building an audience on his own. Like, he's the OG, he's the Godfather, right? So I would love to even just sit and pick his brain, So it's more than just actually collabing with him, I would like to. There's a mentor for it. There's a mentor, Mark Crilly. Like, I would even consider Jazza a mentor. Like, he's giving me so much advice on doing my channel, right? With genuine concern too. It's genuine. He had genuine concern to help me. And even though I'm way older than him, it's like it's like Jazz is my younger brother. But at the same time, he's my older brother, at the same time, so. Oh, thank you, Diana. I really do appreciate it. Thank you. And I love that you're drawing while I'm drawing. I think that's fantastic. That's great. Thank you for joining in. With Sophie Chan. But Sophie Chan is awesome. Sophie Chan is what? Sophie Chan is amazing. What, she's 200,000 subscribers too, Stefano, here's the deal. Because let me just turn off the camera. Let me just get this down. Do you, Stefano? Don't worry too much about the accent. Don't worry about people getting turned off because of your accent. If they do get turned off because of your accent, that's their problem, right? And maybe you don't want to reach those type of people. Be you. Get on YouTube and do you. Do what makes you happy. You know what I mean? Make sure your best comes out, and then people will take to that. I think the reason people take to guys like Jazza is because he's genuine. He's him. That's him. I talked to him on the phone. That's him. He's not putting out an act. He's not fronting. That's him. Be you. And people will respond. The right people. Right? And you want people to like you for you, right? Not because of some act you put on. Not because, you're trying to speak in a way you wouldn't speak. Right? Be you. Okay? Let's see here. Do I like Scott Robertson's art? The comic book artist? Scott Robertson? Are we thinking about the same guy? Is that the guy I'm thinking about? Are you talking about the comic book artist? Am I thinking about the same guy? I'm not sure. Oh boy. How many tweets do I get each day? I get quite a few. But I'll admit, though, not enough to have the excuse, I'm too busy to answer your questions. I should take a little bit more time to answer you guys when you tweet me, so I will apologize for that. Okay, I think I worked enough on this part here. What time is it now? 9 o'clock. Okay, okay, guys, I'm just gonna go upstairs and give my kids breakfast really quickly. Who disliked this video? It doesn't matter. You know why? Because they didn't like my accent. That's why. That's why they disliked. There you go. I offended somebody. I don't blame them. Okay, guys. So I'm gonna take a little bit of a break here. Probably for about half an hour or so. Maybe I'll go. I need to shave. Maybe about an hour. I'll draw for a couple hours, and then that'll probably be it till this evening when I get home. Okay. Thank you, Jonas. I appreciate that. Rupert says, wait, question, suggestion from starting a YouTube channel. What's your question, Roberto? Quickly. Hi, Aaron. Thanks for joining in. Thank you for joining in. Now, sorry, Aaron, I will be taking a break. Probably about 45 minutes to an hour. I will come back this morning for probably drop for another hour or so. But then I do have to go after that, so. Oh, no more question, Roberto? There you go. Yoda disliked it. Use his mind. Oh, can you hear me? Sorry. I'm going to use this like a microphone. Hello. Hello, everyone. How's everyone doing? Hello. Oh, Darmondi's in Australia, 12 in the morning. Thanks for staying up for me, buddy. Hello. Oh, he's a concept art. I haven't seen his artwork. I'll go check it out for sure. So, okay, guys. So I'm gonna stop for now. Thank you for joining me for the first part today. Now I should be back in an hour, but don't wait around. Okay, don't wait around. Okay. If you see the notes pop up, please do pop back in. But for now, that's the plan. I'm gonna go probably shave. To give my kids breakfast. I'll come back probably for an hour and a half, and then I have to go out. So yeah, thank you guys for joining in today, for keeping me entertained while I'm drawing. I really do appreciate it. I did get a little bit done here. I try to think if I would, it's one of those things I'm thinking if I wasn't talking, if this would have been faster. I'm not sure. It's one of those things I'm not sure. But I will talk to you guys very soon. Thank you very much. Hey, baby. Thank you very much. Oh, that's Elvis. I think you guys are too young for Elvis. If you guys don't know who Elvis is. Oh. That's someone like Beavis and Butthead. And I think some of you are still younger for that. Too young for that. No, didn't work either. Thank you guys for watching. I will see you very, very soon. If you are on the East Coast, enjoy your breakfast. If not, good night to you. Or if the afternoon, have a good evening. Thank you guys. You guys are the bomb. You guys are the best. Thank you very much. Okay, take care. Okay, take care, guys. I'll see you in a bit. Bye-bye.